Hi everyone, it's Carlin here once again, and I'm in front of my kiln, which means we are opening it today. Now, some things in here are for a different project, but if I'm posting this, then that video is already posted, so you'll kind of see double of a couple things. But there are a couple fun things in here that I tried that anyway. Also, this is the first time that I've run my kiln since I've changed my elements. And if you watched any of my videos, you do know that I did just change my elements just, well, by the time this comes out, probably 2-3 weeks ago. And I have been so sick that I have not been able to fully run this kiln or anything else or do anything else because the plague fully hit me. It only hit me in our home. But anyway, I'm like 98% better. So I am getting back at it. But anyway, let's open the kiln. It is more than dry or more than cool. And yeah, there's just a couple Valentine's Day things in here, even though this might be posted after Valentine's Day, but there is a few Valentine's Day things in here. There is a couple experiments and some fun springtime things. So I just want to see what's in here, and yeah, here's hoping that everything worked. I will say last night was when I ran, or like yesterday was when I ran my kiln, and last night was when it was cooling off. And I don't, if any of you have a kiln, you know that your elements kind of like snap and crackle while they're like contracting back to their regular size. And I don't know if just because these are brand new and I never noticed that much before, but wow, these elements snapped so hard. I was like, oh my God, is that a pot? Is that a cup that blew up in here because of like, so I'm hoping, and I did not peek. I peeked through the peepholes, but I did not peek, which is like one of the first times for me because I usually always peek. But I did not peek with this. So I am hoping. I'm really hoping. Anyway, so let's get opening. My cones are on the bottom shelf. I didn't have room on the top shelf, but hopefully. So I go to a cone 6, or I try to achieve a cone 6. I basically go up to 2190, and then I do a slow cool down to 1900, and then I hold it for 30 minutes, and then I cool naturally. So I will put my firing schedule here, and if you want to pause it, you can use it. Works great. But you may have to do some adjustments for your kiln and how it works, but this is what's been working for me. So hopefully, let's see. Oh, yay! Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is really exciting. Okay, so let's do these first. Oh. Okay, so in the last kiln opening that I did, or the last glazing video, kiln opening, all that kind of good stuff, I did heart cups, and I'll put a picture of them right here. So that's what they looked like, and that was with Flux Blossom and Stroke and Coat. Now, I switched it up a little bit, still using Flux Blossom, but I did with Sangria, Spectrum Sangria, and it's so much more, it's so much more vibrant. It did run a little bit, but not as much as I thought it would, but it's so cute. Like, look at those little hearts. Oh my goodness. I think that is so cute. Like, look at those in there. And like, it ran enough to like, I think that's super cute. I definitely could have went, oh, did I not do 3 coats on the inside of that one? Well, maybe I forgot. I might not have. Anyway, I think these are super cute. I think these are definitely, now I'm really excited to see what's down at the bottom because I did mugs with this on them. Oh. Okay. Okay. So these are a glazing technique, like confetti glazing, that I did in a video. Oh goodness, look at that. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to do some grinding anyway on all of them. Nope, not one. Okay, so I did confetti glazing, and again, like I said, this video will be posted, but look at this. Look at this. Look how beautiful that is. Now, I do have to do some grinding. Well, maybe not. Yes, I do have to do a little bit of grinding, which kind of makes me sad because, like, look how pretty these drips are, though. Look at that. Like, look at that drip. And look at this drip. Hold on here. It looks so pretty. Now, this is the one that's on pearl white. And I can tell that it's pearl white because of, one, how much it ran, and two, that you can see through it. Pearl white is the only one that I know that does that, but that is, I love that. I absolutely love that. I think it's great. And eggplant did exactly what I thought it would do. Okay. So then let me see if I can determine which one is which. Okay, so this one will be river birch, yes. Okay, so this one is honey flux. Now they all had the same speckle on them, like they all had the same amount of crystals on them, but just the flux was different. So this is honey flux. Look at that handle. How pretty is that? Now, again, I do have to do a little, it went on my kiln shelf a little bit, but I mean, that's not the end of the world. That one's not terrible at all. But that one is honey flux, and it moved a lot more than I expected it to, because I mentioned this in the video that I made, that honey flux never moves for me. Very rare. So this one is river birch, and I do have to grind that one, but not a ton, just a little bit. There's a little bit of orange peeling in the bottom, but like not enough. Like it's not enough that I would be upset about it. Look at this handle. I love drips down handles. They make me so happy. Ooh, look at that. Like all these colors. Like I mentioned, if you watch the video of how I did it, I wanted, like, you know, like Monet paintings, they just kind of like bring you in. They just want you to keep looking at them. And that's exactly what I wanted to do with these mugs, and I think I pretty much achieved that. For like the vision that I had in my head is totally what I got. Like I think maybe next time I would do more, say like, or I would do less dark colors and maybe more pinks and yellows. But I'm not mad at this. This one I think is my favorite, and it moved the least amount. So it's Flux Blossom. But look at this handle. Look how pretty that is. And on the inside, this inside's beautiful. Yeah, I'm super happy with how these turned out. I think they worked great. Okay, so those cookies pretty much, I'm at the time where I need to make like some new cookies because mine are getting a little bit worn out and they're starting to like pluck. Plus I also, it's my own fault, But I need to start kiln washing my cookies because, well, you just do. Okay, perfect. So, whoops. So here are my cones. So that's my cone 5, and that is my cone 6. So perfect cone 6 and a hot 5. So perfect. Oh, I love the inside of this. Okay, so these are the mugs, and look how cute they are. And I did a little heart on the handle. I think those are so pretty. And then I just did sangria on the inside. Sangria is a beautiful, beautiful color. It's a new spectrum color to me, but it is so gorgeous. So it's 3 coats Flux Blossom on the outside and sangria on the inside, and then sangria hearts. And I did 2 coats of the sangria and 3 of the Flux Blossom. That's beautiful. So I have 2 of those cups. Well, this heart turned out perfect on the handle. Look how pretty, like it's just, and it's flawless. Like it's just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So now these, oh, I love it. Okay. So here's also a tip. I sometimes will use my little 1-inch kiln shelves that I have extra of as like a cookie because they work great. So I did some rainbow mugs. And I think they're beautiful. They blended so nicely. So these ones were on Plainsman 340. So what I did was I did 2 coats of curry, 2 coats of cactus, 2 coats of morning glory, 2 coats of shallot, and then 2 coats of bougainvillea. And then I did 2 coats of sangria. And I think you can see the rainbow the best probably on the handle. And then I mimicked that on the inside. I think those are really pretty. Oh, sorry. I also did 1 thin coat of honey flux on the whole outside and inside. And I find that when I did that, when I've done that on other things, it really meshes really well. And because sometimes the floating glazes, they work really well together, but sometimes I find if you really want the blend to be kind of seamless, it works well if you put just a tiny bit of a flux glaze that isn't going to adjust the color too much. And honey flux really works well for that. So yeah, I think that's really pretty. And I did 2 like that. I think in hindsight, I wish I would have maybe, oh shoot, this handle cracked. Shoot. I guess I only have 1. All right, 1 for myself, I guess. I think in hindsight, I wish I would have maybe done less of like the shallot, because I think there's almost too much pink. Like done 1 less pink, but I still like the way that it blends. Like it blends really nicely. That's pretty. Yeah, I am happy with that. Anyway, that's an empty kiln. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comments below. I didn't do a glaze along with me for this kiln load because I was still a little bit under the weather when I was doing it. So unfortunately, I didn't show you how I did any of these other than the confetti glaze, which again, I'll link that video in the description because it should be out already. But yeah, if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments and I will answer the best I can. Otherwise, please consider liking, subscribing to my channel because it does help me create more content for you all. Anyway, I hope you all are having a wonderful day and I will see you all in the next video. Bye everyone.